How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys the Mike Trout debut. I'm going to be debuting him in a game of ranked seasons. We are facing a lefty in Vita Blue, and I am going to also be playing a couple games of the Mexico Series event. But here we go. We have Mike Trout up at the plate making his debut at bat, a 1-0 count from Vita, and I hit a flare into right field. I was a little bit late on that curveball, but unfortunate that I am going up against a lefty in Vita Blue. He's a dominant lefty in this game. And Mike Trout hits righties a lot better. But now we have Kenny Lofton up at the plate. And 2 outs already, couple pitches in. I hit that curveball into left field. And I noticed that Vita Blue's throwing Cy Young's pitches in this game. It took me a few pitches to realize that, because he does have similar pitches in a 4-seam curveball, changeup, and 2-seamer. But he doesn't have a sweeping curve, a 12-6 curve, and a screwball. So it's going to be interesting to face him in this one. I did notice that the curveballs were breaking a little bit different the first couple at bats, but here Francisco Lindor made an error on this play from Tony Gwynn. Luckily I was able to get out of it. It didn't cost me a run or anything, because I find that this Vita Blue is already tough to hit with the pitches that he regularly throws. But facing him with a sweeping curve that's 79 miles an hour or 80 miles an hour, and then with the 99 fastball, it just kind of threw me off a little bit. At the same time, as the opponent does have a screwball to go to and a 12-6 curveball, which Vita doesn't throw either. So anyway, Mike Trout in his second at bat, I lined out to right field. I squared that one up a lot better. I was all over that one, and it was a fastball. Mike Trout is playing in left field, and he does have the best quirks in this game, the best live series quirks you can have. He has 15 quirks, and just about all of them that you can unlock. So I was excited to get that card. I bought him off the market for 125,000 stubs. If you guys watched my last video, I made it into World Series, and I got Alex Gordon. I sold him for 115,000, and then I put about 25,000 stubs of my own that I saved up as Mike Trout sends one into the gap for an extra base hit in his debut. That is going to be I'm going for 3. That's going to be a triple. Hopefully, he might be thrown out. I usually get thrown out at least once a game, it seems like. But a leadoff triple to start the top half of the 6th inning brings up Kenny Lofton. And I thought I went the other way with that fastball, but his shortstop, his creative player, is able to make the play. That's going to bring up Frank Thomas, and I figured the opponent would intentionally walk him, as he's going to right now. That's going to bring up my creative player in Pablo Sanchez. I recently changed his swing to Chipper Jones' swing, but hopefully I can get Mike Trout in from third base. As I'll take you through this at-bat. I was looking for a pitch low in the zone. I figured he was going to try to get a double play. So I wanted to go the other way with that changeup right there. I was looking for that specific pitch. I swung a little bit just late on it, but the barrel of my bat was going through the zone right where I want it, and the same type of pitch right there. Line drive to left field. It is a line out, which is unfortunate, but he did kind of get a weird animation, and that's exactly what Mike Trout brings to the table. Power, speed, good defense. That's why he's the most expensive card. I mean, he's probably going to get an upgrade at some point in this year on his power versus lefties. If he continues to hit lefties extremely well in real life, then he's going to get that upgrade. He also might get an upgrade in vision eventually, because he has struck out in real life at about 50% of the rate he was striking out earlier in his career. For the last couple seasons, he's been striking out at a lot less of a percentage. So we'll see how that goes. And there I was able to get the game. I was able to get the flyout to end the game, and that's a nice way to win the game. It's unfortunate that I was only able to score 1 run. Not too much action in that game, but I was facing Vita Blue that had a completely different repertoire than what I'm normally used to facing. And Cy Young was the player of the game in that one. I moved up to 922, and I was able to get my Twitch drop pack. So let me know what you guys got out of these packs as well. Let me know if you guys have Mike Trout and what you think of him. He seems to go off against me. And now I'm going to be using him in this event upcoming here. That's going to be the next part of the video. Is going to be using him in the Mexico Series event. You do need to get 4 wins in order to get the Kendrys Morales. I figured I would just buy the Kendrys Morales off the market and use him in the event. I didn't really have the best team when it comes to Angels and Astros, so I did buy George Springer, Ohtani, and Andrelton Simmons, Correa, Morales, and then I had Mike Trout already. I used Robinson Chirinos because he's a really good budget catcher for this event. And at the time that I'm uploading this video, I'm pretty sure that this event is over with. So I wanted to just put in some highlights. I was able to complete a couple of these games yesterday. And Shohei Ohtani is ripping a double to start this one off. Shohei Ohtani is an amazing card in this game against right-handed pitching. Against lefties, he's pretty much unusable. So that's why I put him in the leadoff spot, even though I have a couple other good players like George Springer and Mike Trout. But on a 3-0 count, George Springer is swinging on it, hitting a no-doubter. That's going to be into the staircase there in left field. Playing at the Cleveland Indians field, which I'm not too much of a fan of. But anyway, Mike Trout and another at-bats ripping a base hit up the middle. So he does have a couple base hits in this one. He was the reason why I was able to win the first game of ranked seasons that I did play with him. And the opponent did go ahead and quit out of that one. So let's go ahead and hop right into another one. I wanted to show you guys a variety of the teams that I went up against. I mean, some of the guys I played had a pretty good team, and then others had more commons and bronze players like this one right here. So we're going up against Bartolo Colon, who is a good budget gold card. But there, George Springer is going to hit another home run off of the batter's eye. So 2 at-bats, 2 home runs from George Springer. Definitely a good card overall. I might have used him a little bit in BR as well. But we have Mike Trout once again up at the plate, and he has the first pitch quirk, so his PCI is going to be a lot larger, as well as this is an event game, so that's why it's much bigger than it was in the ranked seasons game. The ranked seasons game was played on Hall of Fame. I believe this event was played on All-Star. And then you never know what they do with the sliders. They might tune the sliders a little bit to make the PCI size a little bit bigger or to increase the power. I'm not too sure with what they do with that stuff. I've never really known, and there's no real way to figure it out. But I would also recommend using Michael Brantley as a pinch hitter if there's an event for like Silvers players or something, because this card had over 100 contact and like 80 something power when he was up on inside edge. Definitely a solid hit right there, as he does send out a 2-run shot. Up 4-0 in this one. I had Roberto Osuna on the mound, and I use Roberto Osuna on my ranked team, so definitely a good card. And that's one position I need to upgrade is my bullpen. But Mike Trout is definitely a solid hitter. I wanted to try him out in this event because I struggled with Mike Trout in previous years when I first would pick him up. I wanted to see how he would play right away on the Hall of Fame difficulty, and then I wanted to try him out on a little bit of a lower rated difficulty, if that makes sense. I wanted to see how he would be on the base path. I wanted to see how he'd be in the field and center field, if that makes sense, because I used him in left field and ranked. So just wanted to get a variety of gameplay with him right here, up against different opponents, different pitchers, going up against a better team here with diamonds and gold cards. He also has a common catcher, but he does have Garrett Cole on the mound. So I'm going to need to get off to an early start in this one. And I do have guys on second and first with Mike Trout up at the plate. And I'm looking to get a pitch over the middle. I know the opponent's not going to lay one in there. He throws the first pitch in the dirt. He has the Diamond Troy Percival on the mound here. I figured he had both of the Astros and the Angels team collections completed, because he does have this Troy Percival and he has all of the Astros needed in order to get the Mike Scott, and which I would assume is his number 1 pitcher if Garrett Cole is his number 2, because Bartolo Colon was my number 1. As Kendrys Morales hits a grand slam. He went to a slide step right there. I'm not really sure why he went to a slide step with the bases loaded, but I did make him pay for that and hit a grand slam with Kendrys Morales. He did walk Mike Trout on 4 pitches as well, so definitely solid at-bats from Mike Trout so far. Hit the ball hard in all of his opportunities at the plate, but the opponent did have something cooking. I mean, he wasn't going down without a fight, down by a couple runs. He's getting a few base hits. He was able to score a run. I noticed that he was swinging at almost everything, and everything that was near the zone he was making good contact with and hitting it well. So I didn't really know what to pitch him at this point. I figured I would go to a bullpen arm in Ryan Presley. I also picked this card up right before the event, and I plan on selling all these cards right after the event. I figured I would just play for fun, get a few of these games in. Luckily, I was able to get a double play there, and Drelton Simmons with diamond fielding does make that play easy, and flips it to the second baseman, right over to first base. Mike Trout in his next at-bat hit the ball hard, definitely off the end of the bat there, but right to the first baseman. I was able to finish off that game and get the victory. But this next one, we're going up against a common pitcher in Andrew Kashner. This opponent has more of a budget team than the last guy. But in events like these, you don't necessarily need the best team to win. Here I have Tony Sipp on the mound, going with the changeup. I missed my spot completely, but he does dot that one up on the outside corner for strike 3. Looking, now I have Shohei Ohtani leading off this game, batting .417 for me. Most of it is in this event, but he is going to send one into the gap. That was a laser beam shot off of the bat right there. I know I'm facing a common pitcher, but Shohei Ohtani does have like 90-something power, 97 or 98 power versus righties. And I think he was playing up on inside edge as well, so definitely makes a big difference. And then George Springer hits a late base hit into the outfield. His right fielder is going to misplay it, and I'm going to be able to score on that one and have a guy on second base for Mike Trout coming up to the plate. So with a good speed as well. So base hit does score George Springer. I'm batting 500 with Mike Trout. Some of it is in this event. But he's going to go Oppo Taco right there with the no doubter. I was under that one, but I did power swing. And I got enough of the baseball there to send it out. Later on in the game, George Springer is going to rip one down the line. His third baseman makes the play, but he's unable to throw it to second base. And that's going to also bring up Mike Trout with the bases loaded and a chance to have another at-bat in this video and score some more runs on that error. And I was looking for a pitch up in the zone. I was a little bit late on it. I ripped it out to right field, and Shohei Ohtani does make the play out there. But I did get 4 wins in this event, and I had a lot of fun trying out Mike Trout. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. I'm College Lefty, and have a great day. Peace.